I'm watching here. Let's hold positions.
Wall raised. My ultimate is ready. Enemy suppressed.
Show me a target. Destabilizing. It's you and me.
You need to suffer. Reloading.
No charges. No distractions. No charges.
I've got your trail.
Still inside. Enemy spot.
One enemy remaining.
Reloading.
Over there.
Here.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Enemy spotted. B.
Spotted.
Got it. We're clear.
Sage, we're the perfect pair to give life. I take it.
I need a drop. I need a drop. Gracias.
As one.
The hunt begins! Cyberberry.
This is how it ends.
Focusing. Breaking them.
One suppressed.
See nothing.
Ammunition.
Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Spike here.
Reloading.
Launching missile.
Reloading. Reloading.
There.
You are in our way.
Do what you're here to do,
Need a drop.
and you won't have a problem.
Thank you. I'm watching here. I'm watching here. There.
Hello. Hello. Fullback. Forgive me. Enemy spotted me.
Focusing. Destabilizing.
You're done.
It's you and me.
Spike down B.
Cutting their vision.
Missile deployed.
ISO 35.
Con los guayos.
One enemy remaining.
Refreshing. That was their best. Huh. All right. I reckon I'll take a kip after this. I've earned it.
Show me a target. Breaking them.
Enemy spotted.
78.
Refreshing. Back like I never left.
Last player standing. Spike down
One
B.
down.
मिसर लॉन्च कर दे मत बता भी
Missile deployed. Ignition.
पीछे गया वो इधर नहीं आगे ही
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Spike down B.
Easy, easy. Cypher bottom playing easy.
30 seconds left.
Cypher 80, Cypher 80.
फुट मत दे तू मत दे उसका 80 sorry
Remember, I hit them with explosives, then you go in.
Need a drop.
No la vayan a cagar.
Go buy it, go buy it.
I will hold up the sky.
One suppressed.
Shoot.
Still in sight.
Show me a target. Breaking them. Who else?
Reloading.
Your duty is not over.
No mistake this time.
B, 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 B,
Enemy
B.
attacker spawn.
Weapon here.
170 मैंने मैप देख नहीं सकता सॉरी आई 170
I know exactly
missile.
where you are.
One enemy remaining.
पकड़ आया इसको सामने है
Launching missile.
Spike कैसों के पास है?
maybe
30 seconds left.
A.
Spike planted.
120.
My ult's ready.
Nice.
This is our home.
मैंने बंद किया क्या इसको RNG
Stand tall. We are Valorant. We are fight. Reloading.
Reloading. Reloading.
देना तुम मिड से देख मैं कॉर्नर से देख
I hope this one's exciting.
On my mark. On my mark.
Focusing.
All raised.
A is clear for now.
B, 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 B.
Destabilizes.
Hold भी है.
Enemy spotted.
No distraction.
You fought well.
And that's the end.
Grenade is live.
Good attempt.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Nice.
Hello.
That's the job.
Reloading.
Hold your celebration. We're not done yet.
Reload.
Make it interesting, ISO.
Reloading.
They will cover. Rush.
It's you and me.
Spike planted.
Focusing. Destabilizing.
All missiles away. Grenade is live.
Enemy spotted.
I've got your trail.
Last player standing. Last round before the switch.
We cannot keep our
I
goods
need a
after
gun.
this. Spend all.
I need a gun. I need a gun.
Guys, कोई buy दो यार मुझे.
Thank you.
Can someone get this?
Live munition.
ये साइफर इधर चला गया.
Show me a
B
target.
B wall breaking.
Sorry guys.
Enemy spotted B.
Yeah, close जा.
Last player standing. Flawless.
98.
Switching sides.
If you must fall, then fall near me. Yes. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Spike is here. We can do this. Good attempt. My ultimate is not ready. We rush. We rush.
वो ले सीधा रश है ठीक है.
We rush.
This is going pretty well.
Rush them. Rush them.
We rush.
Missile deployed.
Drop in a scope.
Focusing.
Enemy spotted. A. Reload.
Reloading.
Plant the spike.
Over there.
42 ISO.
Spike planted. Reloading.
अरेना भी लो है.
When to respond. Reloading.
Time लो guys.
One
time लो,
enemy
time लो,
remaining.
Time लो. Time पे खेलो.
Hey.
No.
We all see issue.
भाई यार.
GG guys GG.
इस था.
Once more into battle. I'm not tired. Are you?
ओए अरे sorry. मुझे अभी पता चल रहा है.
बाय करना है या सेव करना है?
बाय कर लेते हैं. मैंने तो बाय किया. वॉल किया मैंने.
I have your back.
Missile deployed. Enemy spotted.
Show me a friend.
Launching missile.
Reloading.
Barrier cracked.
Stand aside.
Having their vision.
Light planted.
Breaking down.
Reloading.
Drone going out.
Enemy spotted.
Two suppressed.
One enemy remaining.
छी यार क्या बकवास किया मैंने इधर यार तेजो भी तेरे पीछे बैठ
रेना what the fuck?
Get back up, sweetheart.
ये ऑफलाइन गई है ऑफलाइन गई है
अरे हम क्राउच गलत कर दिए थे क्या बात है क्राउच में कुछ
Overthinking is just as bad as
मैं
underthinking.
तेरे पीछे अलग ही क्राउच कर दिया मैंने और ऊपर से
हम दोनों एक शॉट में गए ना
एक शॉट एक बुलेट दो हेड ऐसा हो गया उसका
हाँ मिड टू बी करते हैं कैसे बोलते हैं
Yes.
जैसा
A little help.
मैं ड्रोन फेंकता हूँ
Locating targets. There.
ये
Drop in a smoke.
Multiple.
रेना रेना रेना
Focus. Breaking down. Enemy down.
दो है
प्लीज भाई मेरे को बैंडेज लेना पड़ेगा
Planting here.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate is
Reloading.
तुम सबका क्रॉस है मतलब ब्लू कलर का है यार एम अच्छा लगता है कैसे
cutting their vision.
स्पॉन नहीं है
क्यों मारो ना क्यों मारो ना
Enemy in defender spawn.
What? Did you not hear me?
Remember, no one wants to die out here, but you don't always get what you want. Locating targets. One suppressed.
Gun is spiked.
मैंने और ले ले कोई तो
70 क्लोव मिड पे है
Enemy
क्राउच में
spotted.
कर क्राउच में कर
Focus.
Enemy spotted.
Destabilize. No targets. No distraction.
पूरा आगा मैंने यार
One enemy
Target
remaining.
down.
नाइस मैन इजी है बस टाइम पे खेलो
सेफ
I can't use that.
Match point.
A single battle between us and victory.
I need a gun. Thank you.
प्लीज 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 मुझे मत मारो मैं माँ बनने वाली हूँ प्लीज
व्हाट द फक
मुझे जीना है प्लीज
ये इसने जो बोला अभी नहीं लगता है वो ये
Dropping smokes.
स्पैम कर दे चूज
Show me a target.
क्लोज को मारो इधर
Destabilizing.
मिड में
One enemy remaining.
Had your fun. My
Spike
turn.
down B. One enemy remaining.
Neutralized.
Reloading.
Stopping fire.
Feeling sight.
Last player standing.
It's you and me.
इजी रख
I have a
Attackers
reputation to
win.
protect. I have time for a selfie before we leave, right? I'll be fast.
Match found. Match found. Match found. Match found.
Death is not an option.
Match found. Death is not an option.
This is no little game of banquitas. Focus, or we carry you home in a body bag.
I need a drop.
Can I get a drop?
Listening. Listening.
Enemy spotted. Mid. Enemy spotted.
Barrier deployed.
Enemy spotted.
Enemy spotted B.
Reloading.
आगे यार ये बकवास है में यार अभी गाइस वो रोटेट
Need that back.
रेस रोटेट कर ले
जा रहा हूँ यार
Multiple enemies A.
Missile deployed.
इधर ही है यार
Bueno.
My lord.
30 seconds left.
Left दोनों एक राइट
नाइस
Spike planted. Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
GG
Clutch.
They gave me no choice.
Astra, send the enemies towards me. I'm ready.
Reloading. Sound sensor up. Sound sensor up.
By any means necessary.
Multiple enemies B.
पीक मत दो
Oh, come on. Enemy spotted.
Time to jump.
Barrier deployed.
Right there.
Spike
Low
down.
down.
Down. Throwing net. Reloading.
Suppressed. Enemy spotted.
One enemy remaining.
क्या
स्पेक्टर है तुम्हारे पास स्पेक्टर दिया मैंने तुम्हें
Enemy
अरे
spotted.
दे रहा हूँ मैं हेल्थ नहीं है
That is a good
ऐसा ऐसे बोल मेरे को लगा कि
No charges.
तुम वहाँ पे
मैं कंफ्यूज हो रहा हूँ
Nice try.
Reloading.
That's when's it.
वो बोल तू वो सोच रहा गन लो उठा बोल के सोच रहा उधर गन ही नहीं
तो वहाँ पे गन देख के पीछे हो गया था
अबे मुझे लगा कि उसको मतलब काइंड ऑफ उसका गन मेरे पास आ गया गलती से तो मैं वो वापस रिटर्न कर रहा
एक्स्ट्रा इधर स्टार है
क्या
Let's start this party.
और नेक्स्ट आता है
Listening.
Oh, enemies B.
Sound sensor up.
स्मोक करना तो बताना मिड में
कौन कहाँ लड़ोगे
मिड में जेट है
Wrong buddy out.
अरे
Enemy spotted B.
Headshot.
Blocking movement.
इधर ही है यार मत जा प्रोसेस कर लेंगे तो इधर ही रहते हो
Fake teleport.
Thirty seconds left.
मजा आने दे मेरा ट्रैप है वहाँ पे योरू पीक मत दे
Throwing net.
Decoy.
No surprises. No surprises.
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
उसका गन ले लो
Your biggest mistake was that you pissed me off.
ऑफ मैं तो देना ऑफ
Okay. Reloading. We're doing well, but keep focused. Adrenaline is a dangerous thing.
Reloading.
Can I get a drop?
Sound sensor up.
डेडलॉक बाय देना
Listening.
They want more of me? Fine.
Enemy spotted B.
मिड से दो लोग आ रहे हैं
मैंने हक दिया है योरू
Spike down B.
रेस वहीं पे नाइस योरू
One enemy
Jets
remaining.
grounded.
Cutting through.
Grenade!
Spike is B.
फॉक 80
एंटी
स्लो प्ले बाय किधर है
वो
30 seconds left.
Time to jump.
नहीं कर रहे
भाई कहाँ था वो
स्पाइक लेके गया ये पे
तेरी था यार वो मैं उसको
Spike
कॉपी
planted.
एक पे चला
वो फुट मत है
Last player standing.
एंटी
मेरा बांध दो
चलो ऑप
All missiles away.
सामने
ऑफ
Do you want to stack charges? Check. Brakes? No worries.
I need a drop.
डेडलॉक का बाय मांग लो यार
Listening. Sound sensor up.
और डेडलॉक से बाय मांग लो जरूर
Need a drop.
Thanks.
Rise and bring glory.
मैंने योरू को दे दिया है
ठीक है मेरे को नहीं प्लीज बोल लो है
Enemy spotted B.
मिड में कोई है
Enemy spotted mid. My ult's ready.
नाइस
Cutting through.
अरे यहाँ पर 50
You will not kill my allies.
मिड में दो लोग
Decoy.
तो 114 रहते हैं मिड पे
बी प्लांटिंग
Spike planted.
No escape.
Last player standing.
क्या बकवास है यार.
अरे यार ये लोग क्या
पास करके रोटेट कर रहे हैं. रोल करो.
तुम
Reloading.
कर रहे हो मिल से हर बार वो लोग
Sound sensor up.
मिड यूरो रखना तो फ्लैश कर सकते हैं.
Listening.
ये मैं देखता हूँ.
Sage's walls are coming down.
You want to play? Let's play.
Cutting through.
Multiple enemies B.
ये आ गया अभी. बीच स्मोक किया हमने.
Grenade.
My potter broke.
Satchel out.
Reloading.
Go get him.
Blocking movement.
हाँ मिला आ गए
Enemy spotted B.
बी आई मीन ए प्लांट
ये प्लान
ये मैं
ये आ
उनको
गया,
नहीं है.
यार
Damage है कुछ.
Last player standing. Spike down A. 30 seconds left.
Time to jump.
एंटी.
There's no need for the enemy to suffer. Kill them fast.
Reloading.
Saving credits.
बहुत लॉक
को यार सब लोग उधर रुको.
Sound sensor up. Listening.
अरे इधर मिड पे है ना मेरे
कौन में?
तो जल्दी गन नहीं है क्या तेरे पास
नहीं यार.
Hold them to their grave. No charges. Barrier deployed. Sensor tripped. No escape.
This is how it ends.
Spike planted.
जेट
That is girl goes. Bye bye.
Last player standing.
अरे यहाँ 147
नंबर मार इधर ही है. देख
ये उनकी तरफ है.
147.
One enemy remaining.
Nice योरो. जी.
You had your fun. My turn.
इसको पकड़. Nice.
नहीं होगा
होगा.
हो जाएगा. नहीं होगा.
होगा.
Portal closed.
What?
थोड़ा सा बच गया.
नाइस ट्राई
That moment is gone. Reloading. But it'd be cool, oh.
Now we are shit.
Reloading.
सब टीम्स में है यार. उससे इसी मार. इधर ऑन निकालना है रिकॉर्ड.
इधर मिड पे है मेरे तरफ
Listening. Sound sensor up.
पुश मत करना आने दे उनको.
मैं पीक लबना ना पीक
या
पीक
मैंने
में भाई
सॉरी.
Precision kill.
तेरे को क्या डेड बॉडी देखना है
You will not kill my allies.
Spike planted.
वो लोग हमेशा पीक लेते हैं यार।
Grenade!
पीछे से
Wait for me.
Last player standing.
अबे अपना यूरो क्या कर रहा है यार, अभी पूरा रोटेट कर रहा, तीनों को मारा मैंने।
Decoy.
सेव कर।
Portal closed.
भाग जल्दी भाग।
भाई रोटेट मत कर यार, इधर आके थे।
Circle better.
Reloading.
Backs.
Reloading.
मैं नहीं खेल रहा भाई।
मिड में देखो।
मैं होल्ड करूंगा यार, मैं छोड़।
Listening. Sound sensor up.
Enemy spotted B.
ऑनलाइन लोग स्मोक करेगा, क्लोज दे इसका।
Blocking vision.
Enemy spotted B.
Throw a net. Barrier deployed.
पीछे डेडलॉक पीछे आओ।
गलती कर दी, पीछे नहीं आया मैं। सॉरी।
Last player standing.
ये वापस भी जा रहा हूँ।
Enemy
लो
spotted.
Spike planted.
एंटी
तुम लोग साइड से होल्ड करो यार।
मिड में तीन
Reloading.
He's dead. They're working.
यार
वो लोग अकेले नहीं आ रहे हैं। ठीक है तो। सैंगल के फ्लोर पे बैठे।
डेडलॉक प्लीज जा यार, तू ब्लॉक कर सकता है सेंटिनल है।
ये अब ओके ठीक है।
टीम में स्लो आ रहा है।
You all have guns.
Listening.
Now use them.
Sound sensor up. Blocking movement.
इधर है। इधर है।
पीक
Enemy spotted B.
मिड पे भी है। जितने यार अपन देखते हैं।
मिड में कोई है। हाँ फ्रीज आ रही है।
One suppressed.
क्या ये कैंपर से यार रैट
Cutting through.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
क्या बकवास हकता है आपने भी आज।
Decoy. Fake teleport.
Have I told you you're okay? You're okay, fam. Good even.
मिड ऑल ए पे अच्छा रहे यार, ए पे जा रहे हैं ए पे यार।
रुक जा, पुश मत कर, रुक जा।
You want to play? Let's play.
Listening.
अब वो
Fire in the hole.
You will not kill my allies! No escape. Sensor tricked.
Spike down B.
Blocking movement.
अल्ट कर दे यार
Well divided.
Target down. Over there.
दो
No escape.
Enemy spotted. B.
Over there.
30 सेकंड थे यार होल्ड
30 seconds left.
Over there.
90
One enemy remaining.
वो भी 90 आराम से बॉल के ऊपर देख
Ultimate ready. All enemies
यार
accounted
अपना
for.
Last round in the half.
Buy the best gear before it's too late. I could use a drop.
Your drop
Thank you.
Euro drop
Reloading.
अपना drop दे यार
Weapons up. Guns up.
हाँ अपना
Sound sensor up. Sound sensor up.
One suppressed.
Get out of my way.
रेस मीड में रेस मीड में पिक मत दे मीड में मेरे से घूम के जाएगा तेजो तेरी तरफ आएगा शायद से देख
Too easy. Too easy.
Spike planted.
This is how it ends.
Enemy spotted.
No trouble.
You dead.
क्या बोल सकता हूँ
Obscuring vision.
Time to jump.
Reloading.
Decoy.
रेस तेरे पीछे
One enemy remaining.
डिफ नाइस ये कौन स्पैम कर रहा है
Defend this place all.
Reality.
Switching sides.
Reloading. Take a breath now. Release the tension. Good?
लोग ऐसे तो स्पैम करेगा यार देख लो अभी से कर रहे हैं हम लोग
Recovering it.
इधर कुछ हो रही है इधर कुछ हो रही है वो देना जल्दी डेवलप कीजिए जरा सही हो
वॉल पे कर दूंगा सब कुछ बस खाली ओपन प्लान कर देना
तुम लोग कर दो क्या बात है
मौका दिया
Obscuring vision.
Reloading.
नहीं तो क्या अपनी छोड़ चला गया
Reloading. Reloading.
Reloading.
Reloading.
फ्लैश दे जरूर
Listening.
दोनों पे डाल दे
Throwing net.
90 रेस 90
जल्दी हो भाई 4 लोग हैं
Reloading.
सब साइड पे बैक साइड
Last player standing. Spike down B.
साला ट्रैप कुछ काम का ही नहीं है क्या इसमें
Flawless.
ओह चित्रों का है तो काम नहीं करेगा
Never show.
Reloading.
I'm saving.
I'm saving.
Reload.
Reloading.
Saving credits.
देखो बी पे लोग को नहीं कर पाएंगे यही चलो
Sage's walls are coming down.
और सबमिट कर दो सबमिट कर
कुछ मत दे यार
Grenade!
बीजा
Cutting through.
I have the spike.
Enemy spotted.
ला उठा ले उसको
Last player standing. Spike down mid.
राइट से सांबर है सांबर को मारता
Back off.
लोअर
Decoy.
One enemy
Over
remaining.
here. Time to jump.
वो बे हो देख देख
ये तो सबसे बड़ा नूब है
Make peace with yourself before you pull the trigger. No one else can judge you.
Reloading.
I have the spike.
होल्ड
Reloading.
I got
Spike
the spike. Reloading.
No escape.
Spike drop. Reloading.
Idiot. Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
प्लांट
Grenade. I got
Off
the
is
spike.
top.
Reloading.
प्लांट प्लेस लो यार
Spike planted.
Barrier
अच्छा
deployed.
मत कर
All missiles away.
Sound sensor up.
Enemy spotted. Defend respawn.
left is forward.
Reloading.
Left.
Complacency kills.
नाइस
ले लो आप
क्या गंदा मारा है इसको
Make them regret their
Reloading.
choice of profession.
कर लो यार औकात से बाहर
उनको स्पैम करके मजा आ रहा है अभी स्पैम दिखा दो उनको
पैसा हम जाते
ओ ये तो मैं कहूँगा मत जाओ भाई उसमें क्लियर बहुत करना पड़ता है ये बहुत क्लियर है
नीचे जाना क्या हम नीचे
जैसी आपकी मर्जी
वो तब भी बेटर है
कुछ मत है
Over there.
आया 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 कूदते हुए आ रहा है साला
Grenade.
Bomb buddy out. No escape.
Decoy.
मेरे पास
Enemy
स्पाइक
spotted B.
Get out of here.
लेफ्ट
Listening.
हाँ ना सब लोग
Enemy spotted B.
Satchel out.
रेस बहुत लो है स्पॉन पे रेस बहुत लो
कान का पे
One enemy remaining.
मिला
Spike planted.
Flawless.
Well, they sucks.
नाइस
Killing them is easier than all this radio night business.
ऐसे मारा यार
बीच में
ऐसे नहीं यार
वो
हम
बीच
लोग
में-
ऐसा ही नहीं
ये बस तेरी वो अल्ट है ये भी अल्ट करके ए पे भी कर सकते हैं कहीं भी अल्ट कर सकता हूँ मैं प्लांट हो जाएगा आराम से
चलो चलो ये रख करो
It begins.
पहले तो हम क्लोज पहुंचेंगे फिर हट करूंगा, ठीक है?
मैं अल्ट करता हूँ तुझे।
I'll handle this.
info दे
Enemy spotted B. Decoy.
Well divided.
प्लान करो, राइट में प्लान करो।
Throwing net.
cover दे
Over
Plant the
there.
spike. Reloading.
Drone going.
Spike planted.
Over
back
there.
up दे through
Back up.
One suppressed.
Blocking movement.
ये देख लेगा वीडियो
So shots.
Launching missile.
One enemy remaining.
अरे हो रहा है।
Missile deployed.
नहीं हो रहा है भाई।
Back with the bigger gun.
Odin.
no
I'll pick them apart. You clean up whatever's left.
अरे एक काम
ये आ जाओ वापस।
अरे डाल पे
ऐड करके कूद सकते हैं।
ठीक है करो ले स्मोक कर तो इजी टू पहले सेव करेगा
साइड स्मोक कर दो।
हाँ यहाँ पे बैक साइड तेज है।
You want to play? Let's play.
Reloading.
Satchel out.
Decoy.
Enemy spotted A.
Cutting through.
जेट को दिया
My turn.
जेट भी करी
Void.
सही काम होल्ड
Sound sensor up.
जेट टू फ्लो मार जाएगा
Die.
Fire in the hole.
मारो।
Enemy spotted A.
One enemy remaining.
मिड पे
यार
देखा
तो पीछे हो। डेडलॉक अपने पीछे देखो।
मिड पे देखा था रोटेट के स्पॉन का आएगी
Listening. Throwing net.
फंस गया है वो बस।
वो उड़े नहीं था
Last player standing.
सीधी करे देख मार
ओडिन ले ले ओडिन।
उड़ी नहीं था मेरे को देख
अबे
Combat is a means to
क्या होता है यार
and means are the means.
अबे क्या
Reloading.
बाय मांग लो दे दो।
अबे यार
अबे भाई मांग ले मैं देता हूँ।
हाँ भाई मांग लो मैं दे दूँगा।
मैं भी दे दूंगा
सुनो मेरा आर्ट है मेरा।
डेडलॉक शील्ड ले ले फुल शील्ड ले।
मेरे साथ कोई पीक करना पहले आओ। इधर आओ कोई पीक करो इतना। यहाँ पे
Get out of my way.
अबे 113
Spike
यार
down mid.
113
I have the spike. No escape.
Concealment.
फुट मत।
सेज लो है
भाई 120
तेज लेफ्ट में है देख
बैक साइड अल्ट मार देना।
Sound sensor up.
डेडलॉक बैक साइड अल्ट मार।
Enemy spotted A.
पीछे यहाँ मत आओ।
लेफ्ट पे तेरा लेफ्ट पे
Right there.
इधर।
Right there.
इधर उधर कर दे
Nothing there.
वापस आओ।
Last player standing.
Sound sensor up.
पीछे।
माय गॉड
बकवास सॉरी यार।
They think
इधर
themselves
जाके
are equals.
गलती कर यार
They are mistaken.
सुनो फिर से अल्ट आ गया मेरे को, ठीक है?
अभी चल अल्टा है ना दे होता थे तो अच्छे से खेला
Taking that back.
था मार
Let's make some chaos.
Decoy.
यार नहीं हुआ है 2 पॉइंट मत।
Get him. Covering it. Taking no escape. Blocking vision.
Cutting through. Here.
Spike down
Right
B.
over it.
Killed them.
करते साइड लाइट
ये बी अच्छा बस गया ना अरे यूरो आ रहा है होल्ड दो शूट करके
पीक मत दिया
शूट करते रहो भाई उन्हें मेरा पीछे देखो
Throwing net.
स्पाइक रो
Healed by.
One enemy remaining.
शायद
I
अंदर
have the spike.
अंदर
30 seconds left.
Listening.
बैक स्टेप देख लो बैक स्टेप
Spike planted.
Listening.
हां बैक
यूरो गन चेंज कर
क्या हुआ यार
यूरो को ऑडियंस ज्यादा एरीज पसंद है
ऑपरेटर ले मेरा ऑपरेटर है साइड
This should be simple enough. I flush them out, you finish them.
3 मैच निकालो यार
अरे फिर से यही चलता है फिर
हां इधर आ जाओ सुनो अल्ट्रा में यहां ले रहा हूं हट जाएगा पिछली बार नहीं था गलत था
चलो तबाह हो यार सब लोग आए थे होता यार
हां बैक
अरे कवर देना मुझे
तो ये तू बॉम्ब खा रहा है यार बॉम्ब खा ले तो पीछे चल जाएगा
मैं अल्ट कर रहा हूं
यार मेरे को स्पाइक मत दो ना यार
रुकना मैंने टॉप ले
मारो
Enemy spotted. B. My ult
I'll
ready.
handle this.
इनको
अरे रुक मत जाओ यूरो को जाने दे ये कोपरे में भागी
Well divided. Bomb buddy out. Need that back.
Over
Taking
there.
That back. Taking that back.
वहीं बैठी है तेज को बस मार लो
No escape.
पीछे से भी
अरे डेडलॉक तो बैक
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Time to jump. Anyone else? Decoy. You're done.
और सबको
नाइस
भाई बैक स्टेप
मैं देखता हूँ
I don't care if there are 5 of them or 50 of them. Let's go.
रुको अब मेरे पास स्टार्ट नहीं है मैं वापस सेलेक्ट कर रहा अपना डिफाइन कर रहा
Need a drop.
लिखते भेज आवाज मत कर इधर
Weapons up. Comms open.
Right
तुम दोनों
there.
उधर देखना मैं राइट
आवाज मत कर यार
I took them out.
ए या बी
Reloading.
एक
ये आ जाओ
लेते आ जाओ रेस
Decoy.
Okay. Barrier deployed. Reloading.
Sound sensor up.
I'll spike.
दोनों राइट पे
बलवान को रे
Down A.
रे जाके इधर तेरे रुक पे हो
Player standing.
अरे
फोड़ दिया
I got the spike.
ये अंधे की तरह किधर भाग गया
लेफ्ट में
अजय वो तेज के पास भागी तो नीचे जा तेज के पास भागी हो टीम में
30 seconds left.
You can play push plant यार ओपन कर प्लांट
ओपन प्लान कर इधर है कौन
भाई कॉर्नर कर ले
planted.
ऊपर जाओ, ऊपर
इसके पास आई है ना वगैरह लॉन्ग
किलो उसे किलो
पीछे से आ रहा है इधर से भी आया
Bueno.
नाइस लॉन्ग रे अभी
ओडी ले लो ओडी
पीछे से आ रहा है।
One enemy remaining.
That's three. All missiles away.
मत देख
मत पीक मत
तेरे पास अल्टे
अल्ट भी यूज कर अभी मत
This is how it ends.
Clutch.
Nice one.
GG
You
buddy
can tell a person's character by their first action. Check me, Dennis.
और एक जीतना यार
जीतेंगे
एक नहीं दो जीतना
और एक जीते तो थोड़ा कितना हो
अगर
एक जीत के फिर हार जाते थे
लाल वो तो थोड़ा इसमें चला जाएगा ना
पीछे वॉक कर यार आंतरा एक पीछे पूरा
कौन सा तरह
काफी बॉल
कितना मतलब
ये भाई पुश मत करना बोला था पुश मत कर
Decoy.
No escape.
Spike down
You
A.
will not kill my
I got
ally. Spike carrier down.
साइकिल के वापस आ सकती हो आ जाओ होल्ड मरना मत
Kill confirmed.
नाइस
पीछे से जा नीचे टनल से जा
One enemy
Get
remaining.
ready.
पीछे लास्ट
कर दे रैंडम अल्ट कर दे
लास्ट लॉन्ग में था मैं तुम्हारा रिजर्व हो गया हाँ इधर था
ये कहाँ है
इधर ही था मैं इधर
Last player standing.
हक दिया अब बुरा होगा मैंने अभी
बोला ना मैं उसको मारा है हील रिवाइव हुआ था उसको
Match point.
We saw the beginning and the continuation. Now
नाइस वन डेड लॉक छोड़ दिए
पीछे लो मैं ले लूँ
I could use a drop. Thank you.
मेरा भी अल्टे यार कोई तो प्लांट करो मैं अल्टे पे गेलो
भाई साहब अल्ट मारो अभी बहनी जो जिसका अल्ट बाकी है सब मारा रेस का मेरा और किसका है
the spike. Don't
अभी
forget
हार
that.
नहीं जीतते
जी जाएंगे भाई कहाँ वो उसमें पुश करेंगे तो और लेने के देना पड़ेगा
आराम से करेंगे इसको बैक का देख देख
वो ये लो ये
Spike drop.
मैं बैक से देख रहा हूँ
Sensor up.
वो कोटा
इधर ही
Throwing net.
Don't mess with me. I'll handle
Reloading.
My ult's ready.
Get him.
Enemy spotted B.
Barrier deployed.
Spike down B.
मैंने फिर हक दिया गाइस प्लान करने के चक्कर में लग गए मेरे कॉर्नर में आ सकते मत
All missiles away.
उसको मालूम था तू इधर से आ रहा बोल के
स्पाइक ले होगी
सब आ रहा
Last player standing.
वो यहीं पे पीक लिया हुआ देख
तेरे लेफ्ट में तेरे
30 seconds left.
ग्लोब लेफ्ट में है
अबे यार मैं 2-3 बटन दबाया यार
You want to play? Let's play.
चले गए
Switching sides.
गलत कर दिया
Overtime.
Pick something nice
शाम
to
चल
kill
भाई
them
इनको
with. It's the least we can do.
क्या करूँ मैं ए या बी
आप ना एक यहाँ पे
तुम लोग ये भी रोल
वही करो देखो मेरे पे स्कैन करके वापस आ जाओ ठीक है
Sound sensor up.
प्लीज रुक जा आइडिया मेरे पास रुक ये मेरा ट्रैप लगाना था मेरे पास जैसे स्टन हुआ कर दे स्पैम
मार दूंगा
ओके बस हम कुछ मत कर
देखो स्कैन करके मैं पीछे आ जाना
अरे तुझा
कौन क्या
Enemy spotted. Mid.
Blocking movement.
बीच ले हो मैं आउट कर रहा हूँ
Enemy spotted. Mid.
Sensor tripped.
रुक रही इसमें से रुक
यहाँ पे
Scratch one.
Just swag.
चल रेज आराम से जा
आने के मेरे पास जल्दी आओ ये कोई और है
तू पीक मत ले तू इधर ही रह इसको
मैं बैठा हूँ
Put needed, look.
30 seconds left.
अबे ये क्या चीज है
One enemy remaining.
You're welcome.
ये क्या है
My ult's ready.
They're done.
Obscuring vision. Concealment.
Switching sides. Match point.
Don't worry. Don't think it, eh?
गाइस भाई मशीन गन ले लो ऑडी ऑडी
गेम इतना लॉन्ग क्यों जा रहा है
आराम से अगर एंट्री ना हो तो वापस आ जाना बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ मत करना
ओके एक ही जन जाओ रेस तुम मत
फायर
तेरे पास
करो
माइक
फायर
है
करो
Decoy.
Enemy B. काम करो यार
One less.
Bomb buddy. Enemy spotted A.
All missiles away.
दिया था इधर मेरे साथ
Locating targets.
Blocking vision. Concealment.
एकदम खुल गया था मुझसे
30 seconds
अरे
left.
प्लीज
अब लोग आ गए इसमें मत जाओ
अरे यार
भाई मैं देखा यार सब दूसरे
Blocking movement.
Spike planted.
मैं देखा रेस लो उधर से गई
Sound sensor up.
बस प्लांट भी जाओ पीछे शांति है
ये रेस तेरी तरफ से आ रहा
भाग दिया पीछे से आ रही है
रेस
पीछे से आ
तेरी
रही
तरफ से आ रहा है
भाग दिया
No surprises.
अबे 115
115
No surprises.
मारो हिल
Last player
अबे
standing.
बोला उसको मार बोल के
One enemy remaining.
हट नहीं कर रहा
नहीं
कर रहे यार
होगा नहीं होगा सॉरी यार सॉरी
नहीं यार उसको
मारो बोला ना मेरे को मालूम रेजी है ना मैं भी
अरे मैं भूल गया रे वो आ रहा है बोल के Sorry.
Here's how Yoru plays differently at each rank. Gold, they'll teleport every time. Doesn't matter if they actually blinded anyone or not. Diamond, now they're using clones. The moment you shoot at it, they'll swing out to punish you. Ascendant, these guys are getting scary. They'll actually TP for real while using the clone to fake you out. Immortal, this is where the mind games begin.
Back soon. Decoy. I'm back. Big teleport.
Radiant, can you even catch a Yoru at this level?
Back soon.
Here's how Yoru plays differently at each rank. Gold, they'll... Radiant, can you even catch a Yoru at this level?
Back soon.
Here's how Yoru plays differently at each rank. Gold, they'll... Radiant, can you even catch a Yoru at this level?
Back soon.
Here's how Yoru plays differently at each rank. Gold, they'll...
Deathmatch. Warm up.
Can you even catch a Yoru at this level?
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
Fight.
Let's fly.
Deathmatch. Warm up.
Can you even catch a Yoru at this level?
See ya. Oops. Stay down. Bye.
One down. Yikes. Your fault.
One minute remaining.
Ugh.
30 seconds left. Ten seconds left.
Could have been first if I tried.
नहीं आ रहा हूँ. आया तेरी.
Death match. Warm up.
Gear up. Stay safe. We're going back in.
Fight.
Come on, let's go. here. One down.
One minute remaining. Seconds left.
Got one.
Ten seconds left.
Hey, I'll take it.
Thrust into the lower bracket, they found new form. And now the sharpened blade of Los Niños is back for revenge in a battle for their first trophy with Woods! Benji Fishy! Boom! the coaches, Milan and Nielzinho. The stage is set. A rematch, 1 year in the making. And it all comes down to this.
Seven out of 10 players on this stage have never lifted a domestic trophy, but that could all change today. More names are about to be written into the EMEA history books. But the question is, as we take a look at this map, Vito, what are the double bans? What are the picks? Are they going to be at our expectations of maybe Fracture and Split coming up first? Here's the $1 million question, because Pearl, there we go.
It's the second one, so it's Haven that they're going to take out. Maybe Heretics did a good job and actually improve what Fnatic brought onto the table. Fnatic is going to go for Split right off the bat, leaving Icebox, of course, for the pick of Team Heretics. Makes a lot of sense. Maybe they want to change. They've seen spot some of the flaws. We saw also them changing the composition, going back to that Sova, removing the Techo. This is actually what I kind of expected. If Fnatic were to go for that Haven ban, this is what I had in mind.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think this is what I was expected. Although Ascent being left to the end, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, especially for Heretics, right? This is something that Fnatic have only played once throughout this stage, and that was a loss to Giant X back in week 4. So yeah, I think coming into Split though, that's where it gets exciting, right? Fnatic, they've played it 5 times this stage. The only loss was that 16-18 overtime to Vitality. And of course, this is the map that Team Heretics have banned every single time against Fnatic, and they've not played it since, well, I mean, the last time we saw them play it was that 10-2 comeback from Giant X.
Yes, exactly. So we know that there is a lot of things that they can do, but they can also lose it a little bit. Thinking also of the pick and split before Fracture, having that intention of, we know exactly what to do here. Our double duelist can be so strong on the side of Fnatic, but Team Heretics have proven that that is something that they're extremely comfortable with. Yesterday, they showed it in 2 out of the 3 maps that we saw, and it was definitely proven. Ascent for the last one, I'm not surprised at all. I don't think any of these teams like playing that map. No.
Well, I'm going to be a little bit like Mr. Obvious in this, but I really love the way that they left Fracture as a 3rd map, because Bosta said in the past he's so comfortable on it. If they were to lose map 1 and 2, there is no better place in the world to come back from than Fracture for map 3. So they put a lot of thought into this, Vito, clearly. Let's take a look at the agent select and see if Heretics have gotten over their demons since playing Split the last time. And I mean, they're just almost copy and paste on a lot of these maps.
Yeah, I mean, they have done this with Fnatic's Haven before, and look how that worked out for them. So yeah, I don't mind them doing a little bit of a copy and paste here. But I will say, although they're sticking with that double duelist, kind of leaning into that, this is something that they did play on Split last time and only ended up getting like 2 rounds on the attack overall. So yeah, I want to see some prep going into this.
Yeah, Team Heretics, of course, they choose the defense. They were very successful, as you said, 10-2 against Giant X. It was the second half that we should be more concerned about. But moving Minibu away from the race, giving that to Wood, maybe seeing that the ISO does not really bring that much with the recent stuff that we saw. The undercut doesn't have that much value. And this two could be such a menace together.
And we haven't seen this race in a long time, so I'm excited for it. But we can't have a conversation about the legacy of EMEA without mentioning these 2 casters. They've given you guys the chaos, the magic, and they're going to be bringing you the grand finals here today. It's Panpok.
Thank you so much, and yet an absolute treat in front of us today. Mike, we've got the 2 heavy hitters. I think all of us here couldn't imagine a better 2 teams in the final.
Absolutely. I think as well the form, this is probably something you could have called from early on within stage 1 for sure, but it's not necessarily been smooth sailing, particularly once you look outside of this head-to-head matchup. But my God, the form both of these teams are in right now for a grand final, a best-of-5 spectacle. We've got a game on our hands.
Oh, right off the rip, you're calling it a big shout here. But starting off on Split. Now, how do you see the veto loaded? In my mind, this feels very solid coming out for Fnatic here. They've got what they needed.
Yeah, I think reps-wise, you probably do lean a little more towards Fnatic, but again, for Heretics, I think I haven't seen it since week 2, I believe. Again, not necessarily any concerns. I think once we get a bit deeper into the veto, we can maybe start to have those conversations, but I have to to see how things kick off here on map 1. Heavy focus for Fnatic over towards B main here. It's Alpha, yeah, though. The other side of the map to maybe try and sell something. TP across here, but Spike not necessarily going to commit towards this play just yet.
You've got to look at where these players are. They're taking their time. There's going to be a little bit of a pause for thought at this point. Fnatic showing presence towards the A side, looking to maybe draw some of these rotations with this late look back towards B. And as you can see via minimap, it's working. They've pulled almost every player off here. There's that little bit of a question mark being raised into Woot's mind of, guys, could they be going B? And we can already see it. Fnatic are on site. Woot's a little too late to the party. He might be rushed down here. He could be vulnerable. We know he's on his own towards CT, but now he's got support. But Alpha, in the meantime, finds Benji. The layers to this pistol look lovely for Fnatic. Now, can Heretics fight back by any means? Boo burns the paranoia. Rienz is no utility. It's just going to be the fight. Let's not clean it up. Beautiful from him. And a stunning start for Fnatic.
Kicking things off with 4 on the pistol round. Fnatic not shying away from the fight, able to take a breather almost here, partway through this hit. It's Kayak the one to deliver the kills.
Good shit, boys.
Looking clean.
Just like in my dreams.
Oh, maybe had a vision ahead of time.
I thought it was him and Crashies in the dreams, but seems that Kayak's making an appearance for 4-0. What a start for him. And we talk about Kayak. If he gets confident early, what this guy can do, and well, that's certainly a start to be had. But I loved what Fnatic were doing there. Heretics now getting farmed up. Alpha wants in on the action. Eco Cobra moment for him. Happy enough. And the rest of Heretics, well, you're looking for small victories. I don't think you're going to get many.
Being one of them, maybe. Trying to force Fnatic a little deeper. Posturing up. There is some aggression. Obviously, you can see elsewhere on the map, tons of space for Kayak to move into if he does want to make moves. The ping's coming through towards Heaven. We might be able to get here, but again, no paint shell now, only a classic. Difficult to really do any damage or put up any sort of resistance here.
Cutting through.
A trade-off here of the orb.
Just crossing the T's, dotting the I's, really. Doubled up on site, though. Could get a little, I don't want to say it's not going to be dangerous, but there's a chance to do some damage. Chronicles already cleared Benji, putting Woot next in line. This is looking very concise. Through the last one, and we can see where he is. He's pretty far off from this. And I guess if we talk bigger picture, as you were kind of talking about, yes, this initially does look like a Fnatic-favored veto at the very beginning, as you'd expect with the way it goes down. Throughout kind of, I guess, this year, if you're looking at it, Fnatic sitting at 4 wins, 2 losses, and then Heretics, 1 win, 1 loss. It's not up high in that veto for them. So for Heretics, I don't mind them going for that little change up here in the composition as well. Try something out, and Alpha to close this round down. In zone flawless round 2. Fnatic mean business.
Looking very, very clean so far. Kayak really going to have his ultimate available. Is anything real? I mean, again, with the composition change, really just comes down to how well Woot can perform. In eyes towards Rienz as well in that regard. You're looking fairly all in here. I mean, the only member of Fnatic disconnected from this is Boaster. There's going to be a commitment off rip here for Fnatic. Where the wall is committed. Maybe just going to sell a fake once again with the TP. Nobody from Heretics really moving forwards for info here. That makes it even more difficult really for Fnatic to sell this.
Heretics just going to hold the numbers now. 2 of them here. And the spike is still the Crashies. You're starting to see that move. That's how you can kind of determine where that commitment may reside. Kind of definitely trying to draw eyes and draw attention, but no one's overly biting on it, right, as you're alluding to.
Yeah, and what's key is actually the timing on the smoke here on B main, allowing Boo to slip a little deeper.
Time to
does
jump.
have mini Boo as well here, but now you almost feel as if you don't want to see them committed towards this site hold. Kayak gonna dimensional drift.
Back up towards main.
The problem being now, like I said, these committed positions now become a little concerning if they can't get away from sight.
This is getting tough. Boo is surrounded here, and the great paranoia, but he's been pinned down already. Kayak was on a mission there. With Alpha removing Miniboo at the same time, they got caught. They got punished for those 4 positions. And the other 3 were the over towards that A site. A brutally long road to come back in on Fnatic, playing a gorgeous game of Valorant currently. Can Heretics do damage? They feel almost absent to these rounds.
So probably going to be holding on to these rifles now. Rian's down at 14 HP. Round 4 purchase isn't going to be there if everybody falls. Looking like back-to-back in-zone flawless rounds here for Fnatic. And like I said, yeah, Heretics kind of need to make a call here on kind of trying to anchor that site that only has 2 members. Again, early rounds, you can let some of these fakes kind of slip through the nets.
And kind of on that, though, I do want to highlight how good Boo's been at that mid-rounding normally. It's one of his strong suits that I love to watch with Heretics. I think he's a very cerebral player. But when I say that Heretics have been shut out, I don't even mean it just theoretically. I mean, looking at the numbers here, Mike, only Boo has drawn blood. That's it. Everyone else is sat on 0, yet to get off those starting blocks. This just feels like there's no opponent on the server. Fnatic just having complete freedom, carte blanche with whatever they want to do.
If that trend does continue here, so if actually Heretics might try and put something in motion outside. Hey, this time around there's members of Fnatic to punish such a play. I think as well in this round, Heretics are probably feeling as if they need to send out some fact finders, figure out what the default looks like.
But we've been seeing the pacing Fnatic have been playing with. It has been deep, and that's an isolated pickup. A bit messy from Alpha there. So a lovely bit of work for Miniboo. That's going to maybe share over a weapon for Boo potentially, and you can already see that the rotation's going to be trying to support this A side. Benji is here. Got himself the Phantom. He's about to drop though. And the flash to set him in. Kayak on the corner, doesn't get affected, but he notes presence. They are all coming up towards this look towards events as the player on the other side, completely unaware of Boaster. And again, this is methodical. It's near on mechanical from Fnatic. Look at this! Heretics not even getting a glance into this. Boo recovered the weapon off the body of Alpha, but he's on the wrong side of the map. The only one here is Rienz with a classic. Mike, he's good. I don't think he's that good.
Wow. Have to get a couple for free here. It doesn't even look like Kayak will give him the chance.
Jesus!
It's shut down here. It's looking clinical for Fnatic. Whether Boo's going to be able to find anything crashies to remove any hope here in round 4. First time we've really seen Heretics go exploring to, like I said, try and figure out what the backline looks like. No surprise to see a timeout called this early on here. Do need to see some sort of adjustment because, again, here, I guess a body in hand is Benji to come up and pick the slack up, and there's just a huge gap in mid here that Boaster identifies very quickly.
Yeah.
I guess also kind of symptomatic of the other rounds, just total freedom across the map.
And I guess this does play into then kind of talking about the next step here. Obviously, both of these teams are going to Toronto. That's not what's being fought for here. But also, we're starting to see the deeper vetoes and potentially faults here, right? This is a map that Heretics will need to correct. If this is them coming out here, obviously it's not high up in their veto list, right? This is not a go-to selection for them, but welcome to Best of Fives. Hey, if we're going to talk about big events, Heretics in Best of 5, right? We've got to talk about longevity with them. This map so far, they haven't looked like they've got their footing at all.
I think as well, you're not necessarily on the defensive side going to see much for the comp adjustment. Even so, really lean towards many changes, but have to see, again, whether or not they do just sit back towards it. The problem being, if they can continue, well, I was going to say continue doing this sort of thing, looks like they're potentially going to sell a fake once again.
Yep. And this looks so similar.
Yeah, because Heretics almost play themselves out of some of these rounds if they can't, pin down somebody for an opening engagement. Almost.
Here again.
I mean, both duelists on this side of the map, alongside Rienz. They all go up, but playing so deep, it's not going to ping anything.
A little bit of an exchange, I guess. If you know that they're playing deep, maybe off even just that previous round, okay, push
And
a
what's
player
key
up.
here is coming out of the timeout, Fnatic almost anticipating some sort of set piece or aggression.
Lovely
Spike
synergy.
actually left in spawn this time around.
But they've replaced that question mark for Fnatic now on both sides of the map, so it's very hard. They have to send bodies, they have to fully commit, which they're doing here. So they attempted it towards A, and they've been kind of traded out on that, so it goes back towards Fnatic's favor, as they do currently have Kayak in position. Here, it's been traded back towards Heretics' side. They've got B main, but something they don't like. Boo's reading this as it's not probably going to be B until maybe Rien's calls for support. Now, seeing this boom bot, this should be enough of a worry, surely, but Boo is fully committing towards this idea that it's going to be towards A. That's a lot of faith in Rien's and Benji to be able to do anything to hold back this 3-2 split here. The power does not connect, but Rien's needs to call in.
Big win as well to throw out the C's and the snake bite.
Oh dear. Rien's might be in trouble here as a bouncing Alpha flies over. It's Chronicle to claim the kill, but now Benji should be noted. That Viper util, and he's gonna do well, but there's a trade coming in. These splits are completely uncontested. Heretics need to get a grip on this, and they can't stop the rot. Boo bailed out the site earlier on, and now punished. They can't get a grip on Fnatic.
Can't even get a look in. Didn't even catch it in the fray there, but where Bosa slipped the net once again. Another issue identified here. Identified here. And the Heretics defense. And it just feels like Fnatic just have, well, I mean, have Heretics by the balls, to be honest with you. There's no space whatsoever. Even Kayak coming through, catching somebody in rotation.
Woo!
Let's go.
Barely off the starting block here for Heretics. Need a couple to make this honestly doable in the second half as well.
And look, I was giving kind of a surprise marker towards Boo's struggle to try and deal with these approaches from Fnatic, but I guess I have to then flip that coin and put the credit towards Boaster with some of his calling here. Has been great. It feels like Heretics can't be on the right side of the map ever.
No. No, it's kind of that double-edged sword, really. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. You can't really justify now being in an awful position financially to time and time again kind of force the issue and get aggressive, but the little things to keep your eye on is obviously some of these utility wins that, you know, seeing the reveal, that creating a window of opportunity. Now the boombot coming out.
I mean, again, mid, completely left open with all that attention drawn on the extremities, Mike. It just gives them complete walk-ups. This round maybe not so much of a problem because it is just on those pistols, right? Trying to make something happen for themselves. But once again, we're seeing players in vents. We're seeing players slip up towards heaven. We saw that last time around from Boaster. They found such a flaw in Heretics, and Heretics can't seem to fix it. They're running low on time here, Fnatic, but they're still dropping the bodies. It's Rien's to find Kayak, but the spike does need to get towards A. 20 seconds now. Maybe the clock could be the factor. Can Rien's land some mad shots? I mean, okay, carpet's rolled out towards B. Got to get there fast with the spike. But they should have time for this plant. I don't think it's a problem. Rien's can't even get there in time. I mean, I've not seen a player like this in, well, quite some time. To this extent.
See if they can maybe reset here coming into the buy round. But yeah, from a macro standpoint, Fnatic in total control of the split here.
I mean, it's night and day, isn't it?
Again, it's rough really to think about Benji's task here in terms of swinging back and forth, or whether or not they just commit him towards mid. Especially now in the buy rounds going forwards. Even that last round, it was Chronicle all the way over on B that ends up engaging with Miniboot. It's a very, very passive and patient approach here to the attacking half of Split. And probably pretty frustrating for Heretics as well.
Well, you don't feel like you get to play the game, really. It's just pretty solid work. Miniboot, the first to get any committed contact, but if anything, he just fall away deeper. Now, so far, this is the right read.
Yeah.
First time.
I was going to say, Heretics send a Prowler out, and actually they're ready with the paranoia, but
they might have jumped the gun.
A little early.
Yeah, they really could have jumped the gun on this one because they were in the right place for it. Oh my God, Wood! Tries to get away. Doesn't quite make it too far as Boaster finds him in the end. Was pulling off the nookie, but not quite it. But that's going to force Kayak to pop the ult. 45 seconds, they need info, and they've just found boatloads of it. They know the paranoia came through by B. They've seen 2 towards heaven. They've got a great idea. Nice little drive-by from Benji, but Kayak now making his presence known. It's a 3v2.
Spike's in an awkward spot, though.
Certainly is, and Heretics can support this nice ult. That should identify 2 of them here and actually set up Mini-Boo. This is big work. Lovely from Heretics on the fly sort of play. Quick synergy between them both. Oh, what? How did Fnatic still win this?
Maybe a little overzealous here. Heretics looking for a confidence booster. To kind of take a round away from Fnatic. Yeah, it's really rough. I mean, Fnatic have to do a lot of work to re-establish control of mid here and then the spike. You're almost expecting Heretics to take a breath here.
One enemy remaining.
The ult comes through. I think actually Mini-Boo got his ultimate as well.
Nice! Let's go!
Again, benefit of hindsight, sure. Maybe just a slight overheat moment, but in terms of the nerves, certainly something you want to keep in check. I was going to say early on, we are already sitting at 7-0.
Yeah, I almost want to see the coach cams as well for Heretics. I'm curious because we don't often see Heretics in these sort of positions. Hey, they've lost games. We're not saying they don't lose games, but you don't see Heretics often sat at 0-7. It's a very unique position for them to work from. And you could say it's easier to rip off the band-aid, right? Lose quickly, it's a best of 5, don't let it affect you. But you're seeing this quite animated from Weber here. Having a chat, trying to get them maybe on the same page, trying to get a solution to what's going on, because it feels like they've got no idea of the Fnatic tells. They don't know how to take space on the map, how to take any of those question marks at face value.
And that's what's key. When a team's playing like this, and I'm talking about Fnatic, obviously you look towards some of those utility exchanges and what then Fnatic looks to achieve during that downtime. Unfortunately, Heretics is gaining no value off any of their util. And even here, I feel like they've pulled the trigger a little early.
Cutting through.
Again, I think maybe they're thinking, we have no info on B main at all, not necessarily outside. We can catch them in B main, but this choke is always a little easier to lock down with a snake bite, paint shell, and a paranoia.
Get cheesy, Mike. They've gone for the cheese solution. And it's actually worked, at least to get Kayak down. Quick stack towards B main.
Toxin screen down.
Look for the win on the other side of the map as well, though. Crashes and Chronicle looking to find something, and a slight overstep from Boo. Punished here, create a gap once again. You can see Heretics scrambling to find the timing on this rotation.
Please. Heretics. Oh no. Good trade from Rienz at least, but okay.
Open up B, but Woot's still here. One away from the showstopper. That could be a big tool for Heretics to swing this back in their favor.
I'm a bit worried though. Woot's had a really quiet half here. He might feel a bit cold, but he's certainly warming up now. Big shot on Alpha. That's an instant pop with the ult.
30 seconds
might be
left.
able to spot him out.
What's Rienz to find it?
How are you hitting that? Okay, Boaster now a 1v3, 20 seconds. Jump spotted out. Sees there. They know they've caught him now. Should be a swing if they fancy it. They're not going for it though. 13 seconds. Boaster's got to get a move on. Heretics, they might be about to get there first. They do. Off the back of Rienz. In a base safe card, Thrifty. I mean, a great shot from Woot as well. That was his first kill, by the way. I wasn't
going to say it, but yeah. I mean, what a time to find it as well. Rienz 4 on the round for him, but a crucial kill. Oh, just spotted him. The readjustment from Rienz. Beautiful. Often the superstar for this Heretics roster.
Guys, 4 more rounds and we got this, okay?
Can they springboard off that one round? And actually, Fnatic, if they've got anything else up their sleeve here, in terms of their approach to split, force Heretics back into recovery mode.
Time to jump.
Close flash here, and I mean, my eyes immediately go towards Benji and Boaster in mid here. The timing on that is going to be crucial in terms of the rotation.
Feels like, until this point, Boaster's been winning it out, right? His lurk timings were lovely. Woot's curiosity could actually get the better of Crashies. Starting to maybe get a bit of a tempo read on this, a temperature check. Boo. Don't know if he spotted Kron completely there, but still, Fnatic finally getting a fight back. 50 seconds. The tempo stills. Boaster looking to maybe open up another chance towards middle. Timing's there. Boo has to back away, but he's not alone in this. Benji wins out the fight. This time controls Heaven, investing the ult on top.
Good Chronicles. He's got two through smoke here. It's going to open up a site, Lauren.
30 seconds
Okay, I guess if we're just having these sort of rounds, it doesn't matter. Oh man, you thought it was maybe a chance back for Heretics, but Chronicle gets a gift from the gods. Leaving just Benji now to face the music. Fnatic, you don't get luck as well as this scoreline, but apparently with Chronicle you do.
I mean, the first, sure. The second though, the timing, I mean, it was eerily spooky. But it's absolutely huge.
Right.
I think actually, yeah, just catching a glimpse on the edge of that smoke. It's really unfortunate. Again, whether or not that's kind of Boo at max range, putting that smoke down there, or it's intended actually to give something to watch the cross potentially, but by the finest of margins, Chronicle will punish. But Heretics back in a really rough spot in terms of the finances as well, Lauren. Guardian, 2 rifles, but Woo just on a classic.
This is hard to watch.
I mean, it's excruciating to, yeah.
Yeah, because again, look, we know the caliber of player that Heretics have. It's why you'll get a 4K from Rienz to win you a round.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right, but the difference here of capability when it comes to the team play aspect and just general knowledge on this map is stark, right? This is a great first pick from Fnatic, putting themselves up at 8-1. Boaster wants his revenge, but see his eyes there, almost looking trained in towards the mini-map, so you've got to be careful. To smoke towards middle, and once again clearing methodically towards this A site. Now, unaffected Rienz is the only one who seems to be firing up here, taking away Chronicle this time. Alpha looking to take space back towards Heaven. Still a lot of players here, Mike. A good opportunity, but maybe a
30 seconds left.
Say, Heretics conceding mid this time around. Benji up towards Rafters on B. Only a Guardian though, still has the snake bite. Has to lock down Fnatic here if he gets punished on the peak. A little dicey here.
Oh, IRL trying to dodge it out, trying to buy the time, but he's gone down. It's 10 seconds of Boo.
Missed the cross.
It's not good enough. That's it, that's one down. Kayak now going to identify how many players crossed, at least spotting 2. Boaster! Get me out of here, Mike. Get me out of this map. This feels like bullying. Good lord, it's just Woo. This has been an absolute... I mean, that's a good shot here, but it's done for. It doesn't matter, you can't face down the whole army by yourself. Fnatic striding through this map.
There's nothing left up for chance by Fnatic. And even in where it looks a little, you can't even say dicey, where Heretics get a little victory.
Where's this shot through smoke?
Fnatic just
one enemy
applying even further pressure.
Nice! Good job, bro!
9-1 the scoreline now.
Fire, bro.
Yeah, again.
What chilling, man?
What can you do on those sort of days when? Now what? Kills through smokes, things that aren't even planned for. Ultimates now firmly in favor of Fnatic. Well, Woo again. The head of the snake almost. Kayak will fall.
Okay. Oh. There's a few players there.
Yeah.
First time we've seen pick against Fnatic, and now they have to work against the odds here. But it feels like at least slow and steady now. Should be a pretty big tell. There's a lot of presence on this B side of the map, but maybe unwilling to back away. Plenty of ults to try and cross through. Boaster's got his, Alpha's got his, Kron's got his, and a decent amount of util still left.
Almost committed towards this now with 2 teammates alongside him. Can he get away? This time around he's jumped up, but he's found over the top of the box.
Yeah, Kron caught him and they swing out as 3. Miniboo doing really well though, leaving just Kron alive, but this man has been doing miracles.
30 seconds
With 12 HP, I don't see it. Make me a believer, Chronicle.
Quite just gets caught.
Now he's scaring the life out of me here, though. Why does this feel doable? It shouldn't be, and it isn't. Riens, make sure of it as Heretics get their second.
Able to stick the landing here in round 11. The best they're going to hope for here is a 9-3 half. And again, the ultimate's still a concern for the final round here. Desperate, I mean, yeah, pick your poison, really.
Yeah.
But it's two headshots. Yeah, actually, Boaster Crash is lining up there. I didn't even catch, actually. It was a clap there.
Dummy. Good job.
Was completely silhouette behind Boaster. Like I said, these ultimates still a concern coming into the final round. This time, Kayak on his feet, so can maybe set that in motion ahead of a sight hit here.
Hitting on both sides. Miniboo's going to be backing away. Woot's isolated here. He could be, wait, Woot's not cleared. Oh my god, okay, Woot's Pain Shell does incredibly well. You can have the ult on top, but he doesn't quite find it with his ult coming in. Now Fnatic eyeing up the A side of the map here. And Heretics backing away, buying time for rotation. When I say Heretics, it's Miniboo.
But this time around, Heretics have found fortuitous timing towards Heaven. Benji's still here. No pressure through mid this time around. It's all in from Fnatic.
Yeah, Kayak investing that ult, but it's Chronicle to alleviate some of the pressure, but Miniboo gets dealt with. Kayak and Chron up against Riens, Boo and Woot. Both of the Fnatic players on the A side. Chronicle wants the ult. It's a bit more safety here, waits for it to bloom. It's over the spike. Let's Kayak get to work. Plant gonna come in. Riens controlling.
It covers so much space there, Lauren.
Certainly does, and Chron is eyes trained on CT.
Could get spammed out here, though. You've got to be careful. Hold on to a weird off angle in front of screens here.
Toxin screen down.
That Prowler's just come in. That should be Riens noted, and there's a gap here for Kayak to watch. Now he's not going to see Boo just yet. Boo's dived in, swinging at the same time. He puts it on Kayak. Drop down. Woot was waiting, and Heretics still in this by the finest of margins.
By the skin of their teeth, Lauren. We'll find the third. I think Kayak maybe looking for the TP inside the pit here, but with Chron falling immediately, that post plant falls apart.
It is finest margins, 9-3. Let's see how this one closes out on the second. Well, for the Fnatic fans, I don't think you could have asked for a better start. 9-3, Mike, and the fashion they did it was just unfathomable at times. Beautiful work from them, great calling, big individual impact, but Heretics did claw back 3.
Yeah, you could argue maybe making it doable. Certainly not how you want to come out of a first half in a best of 5 on map 1, but yeah, I mean, Kayak just taking absolute control of the first half here.
Yeah.
Heretics, like I said, just constantly on the back foot. Actually interesting. pistol round stack. I mean, this is 1.16 kills on average for Kayak. From pistol rounds here. Again, actually even kicking off here. What was it, a 4K in the first one? See if that confidence has been knocked here on the side of Heretics. Just Chronicle really wants to take contact if it came, but actually Heretics under a little timing here with him slipping away. So maybe this is Fnatic poising towards a retake.
The util they still have left quite a lot. Got Alpha's kit, Crashies. Obviously the Prowler has been utilized, but that paint shell very much in play.
Look how disconnected Boo is though. He's so paranoid of a late lurk.
After the lurks, they've been coming in against them on the first half. You don't always blame them, really. But it is going to be go time right about now. The layers of utility go in, and Alpha is flying straight away, and no one is looking his way! You can't let Alpha go unchecked like this! Ooh, putting up the best stand he can, but he's 5 HP! Oh my god. You got something for us, NT? Bloody hell. I mean, it got interesting, but the defuse is there. Kayak and Crash is going to make it, and that's 10 right off the rip for Fnatic.
Timed perfectly off the paint shell as well. Alpha, the double satchel round. I think maybe somebody from Heretics expecting a peek to come through earlier on from there, but the utility scattered across it. You can see it in the replay. Beautifully done. And Alpha finding two. Everything you could want from a play like this.
Oh my goodness, guys, killing everyone!
It's double digits already here for Fnatic. Long road back in for Heretics. Gonna choose to invest here, so let's see whether or not Miniboo can get anything done. It's actually donated across here from Wu. Oh, that's the first, but Kayak actually, the high-low setup paying off for them. Be careful now.
Yeah, there was a little window of chance there for them, wasn't there? So the Outlaw gets passed over. And Crashies does need to be cautious, right? He's the one on the 25, so that lighter shield. Now it's on Woot to try and make that work for themselves. He is within this pack, so could be a chance here for Woot.
Fnatic walking this.
Oh my god, yeah, that's most